Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Election Night 2028. Today, we have Vice President J.D. Vance with his running mate, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, versus New York Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and her running mate, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. It is now 7 p.m. Eastern, and the polls have closed in 6 states. Right off the bat, we can project J.D. Vance wins 28 electoral votes out of Kentucky, Indiana, and South Carolina. Meanwhile, Georgia and Virginia, 29 electoral votes in total, remain undecided. However, Vermont, we project 3 electoral votes will go to AOC this cycle, no surprise there. And the electoral map is on your screen now. 3 electoral votes for Democrats, 28 for Republicans, 29 undecided at this hour. It is now 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and the polls have closed in 3 states. Right off the bat, we can project J.D. Vance wins 21 electoral votes out of West Virginia, plus his home state of Ohio, while North Carolina remains too close to call. The electoral map is on your screen now. 3 electoral votes for Democrats still, 49 for Republicans, 45 undecided. It is now 8 p.m. Eastern, and the polls have closed in many more states, and J.D. Vance is projected to win 74 electoral votes out of Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Missouri, Florida, and Maine's 2nd Congressional District. Yes, we can call Florida and Maine's 2nd Correctional District right away, which shows how red they have gotten. Meanwhile, AOC wins 73 electoral votes from states of Maryland, Delaware, Connecticut, Massachusetts, D.C., Maine's 1st Congressional District, and Rhode Island. Meanwhile, 60 electoral votes remain undecided from Illinois, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New Hampshire, and Maine at large. The electoral map is on your screen now. 42 for Democrats, 123 for Republicans, 103 undecided. It is now 8:30 p.m. Eastern. The polls have closed in Arkansas, which we project will go to J.D. Vance. It is now 9 p.m. Eastern, and we have the largest batch of poll closings of the night. Right off the bat, we can project J.D. Vance will win 67 electoral votes from the states of Louisiana, Texas, Kansas, 4 of 5 electoral votes from Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wyoming. Meanwhile, 60 electoral votes remain undecided from the states of Arizona, New Mexico, Wisconsin, Michigan, New York, Minnesota, and Nebraska's 2nd Correctional District. Colorado, though, we can project goes to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. 10 electoral votes, a state trending hard to the left and ultra-progressive, goes into the AOC column by a very solid 15 to 20% margin. No surprise there. And the electoral map is on your screen now. 52 for Democrats, 196 for Republicans, 183 undecided. And it is now 10 p.m. Eastern, and the polls have closed in the following 4 states. Of those 4, we project J.D. Vance wins Iowa, Montana, and Utah. Meanwhile, Nevada's 6 electoral votes still remain undecided. And the electoral map is on your screen now. 212 for Republicans, 52 for Democrats, 189 undecided. It is now 11 p.m. Eastern, and the polls have closed in the following 5 states. AOC is projected to win California, Oregon, Washington, and Hawaii, while J.D. Vance is projected to win 4 electoral votes from Idaho. The electoral map is on your screen now. 130 for Democrats, 216 for Republicans, 189 undecided. It is now 1 a.m. Eastern, and the polls have closed in Alaska, and we can project 3 electoral votes go to J.D. Vance. No surprise there. For Illinois, 19 electoral votes go to AOC by a margin of 8 to 10. No surprise there. New York, 28 electoral votes go to AOC by a much slimmer margin from last time, only 5 to 9 points. So a bad sign there and definitely surprising. Minnesota, meanwhile, she wins by much more comfortable margin, 7 to 10 points, around Biden's 2020 margin. New Hampshire, 4 electoral votes also go to AOC by 7 to 10 points, and the electoral map is on your screen now. 191 for Democrats. They're really catching up with the electoral vote now. 219 for Republicans, 128 remain undecided. And it is now 1:30 a.m. November 6th, and we can make the following state projections. North Carolina goes red by more than Trump won in 2024. And Georgia, also a crucial swing state, 16 electoral votes, very left-trending. Democrats hope they would win it, but it still lands in the GOP column by 1 to 5 points. Meanwhile, Wisconsin, 10 electoral votes, a crucial win, flips into the AOC column from Republican last cycle. Michigan, 15 electoral votes. We can also project AOC takes by less than 1 point. And Virginia's 13 electoral votes we can finally call this is a bad sign. It only goes Democrat by 0 to 2 points. For reference, Biden won the state by 10 in 2020 and Kamala Harris won the state by 6 in 2024. Meanwhile, New Mexico, AOC wins just 1 to 5 points, which will be narrower than both Biden's 9-point win in 2020 and Kamala's 6-point win in 2024. Meanwhile, Nebraska's 2nd district also lands in her column, but only by 0 to 2 points. Harris won this district by 4 and Biden won it by 6. And the electoral map is on your screen now. 235 for Democrats, 251 for Republicans, and 52 undecided. And it is now 2 a.m. on November 6, 2028, and we can make the following projections. It's over. We've called Pennsylvania 19 electoral votes for J.D. Vance. It lands in the GOP column by 0 to 1 points, which is actually less than Trump won it by. Trump won by 1.7, nearly 2 points in 2024. So actually, AOC has done better in Pennsylvania than Kamala Harris. She still, however, loses this key battleground, and with that goes her path to the presidency. So now we project J.D. Vance is elected 48th President of the United States. He will succeed his boss, Donald Trump, and we will have 8 consecutive years of one party in the White House, something we haven't seen since 2008. And the electoral map is on your screen now. 235 for Democrats and Republicans at the magic number of 270. And it is now January 30th, 2198. Yes, I'm not kidding, it takes that long to count our elections in this country, and yet we claim to be first world. We can project Arizona, 11 electoral votes will go to J.D. Vance by a margin of 8 to 11 points, around Mitt Romney margins. And Nevada, 6 electoral votes. We also project going to J.D. Vance, however, only by 0 to 3 points, which is less than Trump won it by. And New Jersey, a huge flip, 14 electoral votes go to J.D. Vance by just 0 to 1 point, a tilt margin. New Jersey, for the record, voted for Joe Biden by 16 points, Hillary Clinton by 16 points, Kamala Harris by only 6, and now it has crossed into Republican territory for the first time since 1988. It's definitely a night of firsts. And another consolation prize for the AOC campaign. 2 electoral votes from Maine at large will go to Democrat by 7 to 11 points. For reference, Biden won it by 9 points in 2020 and Kamala Harris won it by 7 with ranked choice voting, whereas Hillary Clinton only won it by 3. And the electoral map is on your screen now. 237 for Democrats, 301 for J.D. Vance. And you can see the state flips. AOC actually won 1 more state than Kamala Harris. She gained 2 states, flipping Wisconsin and Michigan's 25 electoral votes, while J.D. Vance conversely flipped the state of New Jersey, 14 electoral votes, into Republican hands. That's why J.D. Vance actually wins with fewer electoral votes than his predecessor, Donald Trump. The same cannot be said for the popular vote. Vance wins 48%, AOC wins 45%. So it is a GOP +3 national environment, a rightward shift from Trump's 1.5-point popular vote win in 2024. Thank you all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. We would really appreciate your feedback in the comments below, and we'll see you later.